Hello, today I'm going to talk about this book that's called James and the Giant Peach. I don't know if I'm saying right, the peach, but I'm going to say the peach. So then, the author for this book is called Roald Dahl, but I'm still going to say Roald Dahl. And I'm going to read the text back here, and then I'm going to talk about this book. Bigger and bigger grew the peach. Bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, I'm stopping now. But now, and this is going to be a character in this book. It says introducing here, so I'm going to read which characters are going to introduce in this book. And it says James Henry Trotter. I'm going to say James, and then on Spiker and on Sponge I'm going to say Spiker and Sponge, and all the green grasshopper I'm going to say Grasshopper, and then a centipede am I going to say Miss Spider, I'm going to say Spider. Silkworm, I'm going to say Silkworm. Glowworm, I'm going to say Glowworm. Earthworm, I'm going to say Earthworm. And then Ladybird, and am I going to say Ladybird. But now I'm going to talk about this book. It starts with that James, he had a happy life until he became 4 years old. His mom and dad, they died by a rhino. Wait, it's going to show here. I think it's a rhino. Yeah, they were killed by an escaped rhino. So that's how they died. So then James is going to live with Spiker and Sponge. Sponge, Aunt Sponge and Aunt Spiker, but I'm going to say Spiker and Sponge. Sponge, she is, how should I say, she is fat, she's fat, and she's fat. I can, do you see this? The fat one is Sponge and the thin one is Spiker. So then James needs to live with Spiker and Sponge, and they weren't so good aunts. So do you remember the last book? I hate when this happens. When I'm just saying, no, I'm not going to at you. No, I'm not doing it. When I know I'm not, when I don't know I'm going to do it. When I know I'm going to do it, I'm not doing it. I'm not seriously doing it then. That's what I hate that happens to me sometimes. So then, how should I say, James, he needs to live with them, and he don't like them. He's like a slave. So then, one day, he sees a man. He cannot go over this fence. If he does it, you can say rip James. So then this man is not over the fence. So then he gives James a thing that you put these green things in a water jug and then drink the water jug quick, and then you get happiness. So then he falls and drops this thing, so all the green stuff goes out and into the peach tree that never growed peach. So then, how should I say? So then a peach grew out. So then these green things help this peach tree. So then the peach is growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then one day he sees a tunnel and into this peach, and then he goes into the tunnel and takes a little bit of a bite in the peach. And then he sees a door, and then he goes into the door, and then there he sees them. There he sees these green things. The grasshopper, the centipede, the spider, the silkworm, the glowworm, earthworm, and ladybird. But the glowworm and the silkworm is going to come soon and not very much in the book. James have not seen them yet. So then the grasshopper, the centipede, the spider, and the earthworm, and the ladybird, they don't want to eat him. But they have waiting to, how should I say, waiting for James to come. So then they go away. So now the peach comes off the tree and just rolls down, and then it rolls and rolls, and at last they come in the water. And if you wonder why I'm doing, I don't remember what this is called, but if you wonder why I'm doing this, it's itching so much. It's some green thing that comes to me and just sucks the blood. It is itching so much. So if you see in the video I'm doing it, so itching it, so that it is itching, that's why. So it just know. I'm trying not to do it, but it's impossible. So, but now I'm going to talk. Now I'm going to talk more about the book. So then they come into the water. It's like a how should I say? They're just falling down from a mountain. From a mountain. It's like a mountain. They come down and down into the water. So then, when they come into the water, it's some sharks that's attacking the peach, and somehow James is somehow big brain, and he says to the silkworm and to the spider, do some like silk rope, and then it's like a cowboy throws it on a bird, and it just ties it on the peach. So then they're going to go up into the sky, so that the sharks can't attack them. And 500, I don't know how many times I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to do it. 502 birds. So, and then the peach flies up. So then the peach flies up, and then it's from a ship. It's 3 people that sees the peach. Just what the? They think it's a bomb that's going to come down. So then this peach, they go up into these clouds, and then what do you think they see in these clouds? Cloud man. So then the cloud man gets angry on them. It's itching so much. So then the cloud man is angry on these people on the peach. So then they're throwing like some ice, just And so then the peach almost breaks. The peach is under attack, and then they flee. Then they come out from that danger. But the next danger comes, and then this cloud man is going to drop down a rainbow on the earth. But what do you think happens? The rainbow becomes two pieces because the peach is under the rainbow. So the rainbow, quack, quack. I wonder what happens when the people sees the rainbow. Just why is it in two pieces? Why is there in two pieces? It's just if it said in the book, I loved it, but it didn't. So then the peach comes away from that danger somehow, and then they're just dropping down. They want to see this. They're on land, and then they see like they're in America. So then they want to go down. They go down and they cut the rope on the seagulls, and then it was like an airplane and just takes off every string. So then they just fall down, and as James says, "Bye bye everyone, now we're dead." And it was a skyscraper, so then this went up like there is up, and it was so vast, yeah.
Was? Na dann. I don't know.
It's like a knife going in a peach.
Okay.
I don't know what it is what it is called on English. I'm not very good at English right now. So then, how should I say? So then they didn't die, yay! But the police comes and thinks it's still now it is not a bomb. The police comes and then the fireman also comes. So then they faint. Some of them faint. They see the grasshopper, centipede, the spider, the silkworm, the glowworm, the earthworm, and ladybird. And then James come out just, "Ladies, so dropping down, just wanna see you dropping down." That was so fun. He just comes out just. So then James says a story about all of them, and then the grasshopper, the centipede, the spider, the silkworm, the glowworm, the earthworm, and the ladybird, they all get some jobs in the future. But James, he gets the house, and he doesn't get the house, but he lives in the house, and that's where you can see him. I don't know if it's true, and that's just it says, and then James wanted to write a book, and that's here when he finished reading. And then it says, "I want to know if I don't think you I didn't say it's some here." It says, "Let's find out how carefully we're reading." I did carefully. I know. How did James Henry Trotter's parents die? They were killed by an escaped rhino. That I remember. What does Aunt Spiker look like? She's tall and thin. What creatures attack the peach when it lands in the sea? Sharks. Upon which building is the peach impaled? The Empire State Building. What happens to the earthworm when he arrives in New York? He becomes a model for a skin cream company. So that was all for this book that was called James and the Giant Peach. This book was fun, easy to read, interesting, and very good. And my best character for this book was, wait, I'm just going to... James Henry Trotter, Old Green Grasshopper, Centipede, Miss Spider, Silkworm, Glowworm, Earthworm, Ladybird. And my next the book is a Swedish book. I think it's a Swedish book. And bye bye.